Oh, hey, we're live, I think.
It says starting.
Oh my God!
Now it
Oh,
says we're live.
because it's a morning show, should we have Mr. Leonard call in?
We should.
This is Mr. Leonard, assistant head pronounsticator of the Zine Morning Zoo.
That was so insane.
All right.
The shit that's amusing, right? Not anymore,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, now it's like the
All the
dumbest
time.
shit ever, but it was the biggest shit then.
Now it's eat a dick, Mr. Leonard.
All
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
Let's have a morning show. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Geekodrome. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. Geekodrome is the weekly roundtable discussion of all things geek. I am John, and I am joined by Shelle and Stugots.
So,
Hello. What's that?
Illuminati.
Oh, okay. That's not this?
No, that's too sweet.
No, she was just throwing up the horns.
Oh.
You have to put out the
Yeah,
finger.
the horns is actually Illuminati. When you
Yeah.
see like someone stick their hand in their jacket, or they do the horns like this, or even like this, it's the invisible hand.
Yes.
It signifies the Illuminati. This is Illuminati. I do this all the time. It's the 666
I
sign
thought
of the
that just meant
beast.
okay.
It does, but it's Illuminati for the see the 666.
Oh, look at you.
Oh.
So that's on all your secret societies here.
Yes, I'm big into secret societies.
Are you a member of the Knights
I dig 'em.
Templar? Because that would really just push me over the edge.
No,
Oh.
there. I was going. Not that I would ever join a secret society because I wouldn't be able to keep a secret. I'd be like, holy shit, all the cool stuff I'm finding out. Look at this. But there was one, and I found it when I was in New Orleans for the first time a year and a half ago. The Odd Fellows Society.
Yes,
And I just love the name. Oddfellows. I'm like, oh my god, that's perfect. And it actually was going to be the name of the production company that I wanted to start. Oddfellows Productions.
There's still time for that.
They have like little houses and stuff all over the country. When I lived in Sonoma County, where the Bohemian Grove is, where it was a famous kind of secret society type of retreat, there's an Oddfellows right there, right near Bohemian Grove.
If you watch the film The Founder with Michael Keaton, and when he goes around trying to drum up people to buy into McDonald's franchises, he went to all sorts of places like Mason's Lodges and stuff like that. And like 4 or 5 of them were Oddfellow lodges. Yeah, I could tell by the logo because I know the logo. It's like, oh boy. It's not really a big thing now as much as it was like in the 50s and 60s, but yeah, I love the name. It was a great movie, but
it was a great movie, and it just seems like Ray Kroc was a total dick,
a total dick, yeah,
like a scamster, hustling douchebag.
Yep.
And those 2 brothers really got the short end of the stick.
Definitely.
I felt for them. I left that movie thinking I don't ever want to have anything from McDonald's again.
That's okay. I felt that way for years, and I haven't even seen the movie yet.
Oh man,
you should see the movie, and you'll double down.
It's a very good movie.
Yes,
Michael Keaton was very good.
Yes, he was very hateable.
I've heard it's good. I haven't seen it yet.
So, John, it's not too late to start a production company?
It's never too late.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's sort of got that Odd Couple, Goodfellas sound to it. How could you say
Oddfellas.
no to that?
I love it.
You could change it to Oddfellas. So there's no
it is Oddfellas. Actually, I have a logo for it. It's Oddfellas.
There you go.
Oddfellas Workshop.
You have a logo, and I didn't do it. I'm fucking shocked and upset.
I've had the logo for well over a year now.
Oh.
I paid someone for it.
Oh. Ooh.
It's not all that good, but it's something.
I'll have Shelle redo it.
I will.
God damn it.
All right. Well, I have some sad news to report.
Oh, no.
Oh, I know, but the Batman of our youth, Adam West, has passed away.
Son of a bitch.
I know. And as much as, we hate talking about deaths on the show, I think he was so influential. We have to at least admit, how impactful he was to both us and just, TV and superheroes.
I mean, that was my first experience with Batman. No comic books for me, as we've discussed before. He was just that show was a must watch. And when I started watching it, it was in syndication, but it was like every day after school, gotta watch this. Same bat time, same bat channel. It was a great show, I guess, for all ages, almost like Looney Tunes, where there'd be stuff for adults and stuff for kids, so everybody would be entertained. But Adam West in that outfit with that little bit of a belly and that straight man, like that Bob Newhart straight man act he put on the whole time, it was great. Loved him.
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember coming home from school every day and watching Batman and loving it. It was just over the top, cheesy, fun, ridiculous superhero.
He will always be America's Rose.
Yes, America's sweetheart, Adam West.
Yeah,
Completely. It's so unfortunate, but it's because of that TV show that even when superheroes were uncool, like Batman could open a major movie in 1989. Like Batman kind of stood outside of the superhero bubble because of that TV show.
I agree, and I also think that because of that TV show, I personally was disappointed with the first couple of Batman movies because I never took him so seriously. There's a huge difference between the personality of Adam West Batman and, say, a Christopher Nolan, what's his name? Christian Bale Batman. I mean, it's so, like, when the first ones came out.
Well, are you completely skipping over the Tim Burton ones?
I'm sorry?
Are you?
No, I'm just saying there's a huge difference between those, but also the Michael Keaton one. He's always, for me, he's been like a comedy guy. So I did expect it to be a little bit more funny, but it just wasn't. So I didn't enjoy those first movies. By the time the Christian Bale ones came around, I was kind of used to a more stoic Batman, so I didn't hate it as much, but I did not like those Tim Burton movies at all.
That's okay. We all hated the Schumacher ones, especially Batman and Robin.
Yes, those are the ones I hated.
Yeah. Burton was cool. It had that cool gothic thing going on.
Yeah,
and you don't realize
it was different.
It was, but it was actually really campy, and we didn't realize it at the time.
Whereas the Schumacher ones were straight up campy, but awful campy. They weren't a good campy.
Yeah, well, Batman Forever was okay. I mean, it kind of bridged between campy and dark. But that Batman and Robin, I've never been able to sit through the entire thing.
I still find them endearing.
Holy rusted metal, Batman!
What?
It's metal and it's rusted and it's got holes in it.
Oh
God!
Yeah, exactly. Eyes to see you.
The one thing that came out of that film that I loved was that little speech that George Clooney gives to Chris O'Connell about every man's got to go his own way. Other than that, the movie was just terrible.
Oh, it is. It's completely awful.
But we could do a whole show on Batman movies.
I'm sure we will at some point.
I mean, honestly, I think Hollywood thinks that they can just shove anybody into the cape and the cowl and it'll be a match. But I think we've seen that that's just not the case.
Well, we also have small screen Batman in the form of Gotham right now.
Wasn't there a Batman on Smallville?
I think Bruce Wayne appeared once because there was talk of a spin-off from Smallville, and it never happened.
I would have liked that.
Yeah.
My problem with Gotham is that it's not enough about the kids. And I'm not sure if Poison Ivy did Poison Ivy age like that in the comic books, because I don't get it.
No,
she was never a kid.
They wanted to just recast her as a hot chick, so they did.
So odd, so weirdly odd. I need more Selena Kyle, and I.
Well, you had plenty of Bruce Wayne in the finale, but I don't think it was good.
I thought he was weak. I was like, this is a weak character whose mind is easily manipulated by total strangers, and that's not a Batman that I can look
That's
up
not
to.
Bruce Wayne.
No.
Well, originally the show was supposed to be about Jim Gordon anyway, with kind of everybody with Bruce kind of there, and the rogues really weren't supposed to be there. Yeah.
Yeah. It was supposed to be about Gotham City and Jim Gordon.
Sort of like the Batman, the Gotham Central comic book.
Yes.
Oh,
so Gotham Central is about the police officers of Gotham City. So Batman appears, I think, in like one issue, and that's it. But it's like Joker's attacking the city. How do the police react? And it was a really cool perspective. It was something really different. And that's what it was supposed to be based on. And then kind of wasn't.
Is that true? Oh, it kind of veered from that.
I mean, that always happens. They always veer from the source material. But they were sort of building their own Gotham world based on it. But, I mean, in this last episode, they just kind of went whole hog and like, all right, we're creating all the rogues. We're setting him up to be Batman. Like, everything like that's a very Batman, they threw in by the end of the season. And it kind of was obvious that, like, we don't think we're coming back next year.
Yes, because they had always said, though, that the show would never feature Batman, and that would probably be the final episode. Would be like the next step would be him going into costume.
Oh, I didn't know that they had said that.
Yeah, they've also said no costumes on the show.
Yeah, no costumes, no capes, no. Aside from Penguin, no one would get their villain name.
Why is that? What did they think they were accomplishing with that?
I think they want to just be different.
Yeah. Well, Riddler got his.
That's the world people want. You know what I mean? People want to see that. That's ridiculous. I feel like, I don't know.
Well, the whole thing is that they don't become like, let's just say, for example, Jerome doesn't become the Joker until he sees Batman. Batman is an answer to where this Gotham was at that time, and then after that, it gets far worse because of him. Like, he sends these people off the deep end to be these super criminals.
Yeah, he's the catalyst for sort of the mental breakdown of a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
So, like, certain characters like Catwoman would probably exist, but, like, Joker wouldn't, Riddler wouldn't, because they want to challenge the Batman. They want to prove they're better than him. And he's stopping their crimes, so they also want to get revenge. So you're seeing that aspect.
So without him, you don't have them being these super villains. They're just regular villains.
Well, I mean, they kind of we've got Penguin and Riddler now.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to have to flash forward. I know John thinks that 10 years is too much, but whatever they do, anything else doesn't make sense. Because Jerome was the best villain of the series.
Yep.
For me.
But if they're saying they don't want to do Batman on Gotham, flashing forward requires them to do Batman.
Yeah, you'd have
to. Did they say that recently? Did they say it in the past week?
But it was all along.
Yeah, but maybe now they've changed their mind.
They may have, because since day one, all anyone wants to see is a Batman TV series.
Well, let's see. So far, we've got Penguin, who's been Penguin since the beginning, just weaker. Riddler, who's got his green suit this season, and is on ice right now, as Penguin builds the Iceberg Lounge. Catwoman got her whip.
And she was brought back to life by the cats.
Oh, yeah, that was just silly.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, that was just Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman stuff they were doing. Bruce put on a mask and dressed in black and went, up on the gargoyle. Who else? Butch, who... Hi, puppy.
Hi, puppy.
Maggie.
So we had Butch, who was killed at the end of the episode, but then when they're in the hospital, they give him the name of Cyrus, which was Solomon Grundy.
Okay, because Cyrus Gold, that name, and the other one you just mentioned, they're both in the DC Universe Online. So I recognized the name, but I didn't know what it was.
So that means he'll be coming back.
Yeah, that's kind of his superpower. He's a giant zombie type guy.
Yeah, he's a boss fight actually in DC Universe Online.
I never played it, so I'll take your word for it.
Oh, it's free. You should try
played it a few times.
Okay. Well, I did a demo once when I met the developers at New York Comic Con. It was all right. It was entertaining. So I mean, we're seeing all the origins of all the villains. Oh, even Ra's al Ghul made an appearance,
which was a horrible Ra's al Ghul.
You don't like Alexander?
Who was that
Siddig?
guy?
That was Alexander Siddig. He does a lot of genre stuff. He was in one of the Stargates. He was in.
No. Who is he in
Star
the
Trek.
comics?
The Demon's Head.
The Demon's Head, the founder of the League of Shadows.
Oh, okay. I see. He made no sense to me.
Well, that's just it. They were just kind of throwing him in to say, hey, all the Bat villains are coming out.
Yeah.
He's also the one who has the Lazarus Pit that they used to save Alfred. He uses it himself. There are these pools that rest on ley lines and have the power to bring back the dead. That's
and when is this stuff from? Like in the history of Batman? Like, is this from the 60s, the 70s, 90s? It sounds a little newer than
70s.
Okay.
So we have the Lazarus Pits, the League of Assassins. They didn't show Talia al Ghul, but I'm sure we'll see her next season.
I'm sure we'll see her. She'll be like 35 and hot, and trying to seduce Bruce Wayne, who's 12.
Which is really awkward because they have a kid together in the comics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that the Batman, son of Batman?
Yes.
Yeah, Robin.
Damian Wayne.
Damian, yeah, I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah, he's the current Robin in the comics, who was already killed and came back and whatever. But
from that Lazarus pool?
I forget. I don't think I was reading by the time they brought him back. I was reading Batman for a while when they introduced him.
I just remember him getting killed. I don't remember him being brought back.
Yeah. Killed by a clone of himself.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Welcome to comic books.
It gets a little too convoluted, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Comic books, they run for, decades, and it's all Act 2. So you can't let it end, but you can't restart.
Yeah. Right.
You hope that people can jump on and catch on what's going on. So I don't know. So are we all still watching Gotham at this point? Or do we just watch it to the show at this point?
I finished it for the show for today, but I don't know that I'm interested. And if they don't do a flash forward and it's more about the kids, then I'm not going to care. Jim Gordon, I don't care about Jim Gordon. Harvey Bullock, I do care about. Jim Gordon, I don't give a rat's ass about.
What about you, Stugots? Are you still watching, or did you just
watching that finale? When Bruce stabbed Alfred, I said, you know what, I'm done. I'm not even going to watch the end of this. But I was like, well, we're going to talk about it on the show, so let me at least watch it. That final scene of him on the rooftop with the mask and the cape, I think that might pull me into, at the very least, check out the first few episodes next year. But if I'm not, it's not going to be like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Better Call Saul, where it's like, oh, it's Monday, 9 o'clock. I got to put on WB or Fox, whatever, and I got to watch that. It's going to be, I'll catch it. If I don't catch it, it's all right.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not Better Call Saul. So good.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, Better Call Saul. It's like, I mean, I don't have cable. I have a Fire Stick. I will stay up on Monday night till midnight because it comes the Fire Stick around that time, and I'll watch it because it's like I don't want to take the chance of not watching it Tuesday because I go to work Tuesday night and I don't know what's going to happen in the daytime. I have to see that. You know what I mean? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., when I miss it, I get pissed off that I missed it and I have to, I might see a spoiler or something. So it's the same thing. I want to know what's going on with that. This is just, I'll see it. I might not.
Yeah, it's not appointment TV for me either. I mean, I've been
It's
watching.
not must see. It's not Seinfeld.
There you
That's
go.
for sure.
I was not that big a Seinfeld fan. Sorry, but
What?
I I was watching it from the beginning. I thought in the beginning it was the adults who were, interesting and the kids who were boring, and that kind of flipped along the way. So it'll be. I'll give it a shot beginning of next season, but we'll see how it goes.
No.
No.
You may have to turn in your New York City Jewish.
Yeah, exactly. We're not fucking gonna gloss over this shit, bro.
Are you what? Are you Goyim or something? You don't like Seinfeld?
How do you not like Seinfeld?
I've seen most of the major episodes, but
Do you think you're better than Seinfeld?
I'm definitely not as rich as Seinfeld.
Wow.
Go.
This is going to have to be a discussion, I think, for another day.
Okay. I watched the first couple seasons and then, lost
Yada,
interest.
yada, yada. You stop watching.
I wasn't watching when that episode hit, and I'm on the phone with a friend, and he starts using it multiple times. I had to tell him to shut up. What the hell are you talking about? And then realized, just like that episode, which I saw later, that he's skipping major parts of his story just to say yada, yada, yada. And I'm like...
On purpose, yes.
I don't know. I don't think he was even doing it, like skipping the major parts of his story on purpose.
I used to do it all the time when I was dating. You'd be like, we took off our clothes and yada, yada, yada.
Breakfast.
Yada, yada, yada. We ripped off the Franklin Mint. We went on a crime spree. Yeah, it's the interesting parts of the story are the parts that she skips in that episode. It's like,
that's the best part.
Yeah, exactly.
We went out on a date, yada, 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 5 to 10.
The lobster was good.
There you go.
5 to 10 in San Quentin.
I mentioned the lobster.
All right. Well,
John.
What?
It's a disappointment, John.
Yeah.
It happens. But you know what? It's only
I don't think
TV.
it's ever happened before.
What, the people didn't like Seinfeld?
Yeah, I don't think it happens that.
Everybody loves Seinfeld.
Especially if you're from New York. I could see if you're like, from Nebraska.
Monk's Cafe. I need a Monk's Cafe t-shirt.
If you want, I can go up to Tom's restaurant for you. I'm up there.
Big salad. Big salad.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't eaten there. I've been told the food is awful, but
it probably is.
It's a tourist trap at this point.
Do they sell t-shirts?
Of course they do. Between that and Suzanne Vega.
I need a t-shirt. Yeah.
They sell Suzanne Vega there? That's terrible news.
Yes.
Well,
Suzanne Vega is today's special.
That's terrible news.
It's the same diner that she sings about.
Yeah.
Isn't that Dido and not Suzanne Vega?
No, that's a different one. Dido is a different Dido.
She wants to thank you.
Yes. Through the bells of the cathedral, I am thinking of your voice.
Oh. Wonderful.
Shelle's never heard that song.
Oh, now I want to dance, I think.
I haven't.
Break it down. We'll break out the DNA version.
Yeah.
Version.
Yeah, definitely.
Those sorts of songs.
Oh, you're gonna learn today.
Okay, I will.
We're gonna learn you.
I will hit the YouTubes.
Some Tom's Diner.
All right. So we'll see what happens with Gotham next season. And at the very least, we'll catch the first episode or two and see what we think.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that they didn't want to bring in a Cape and Batman. It sounds absurd. Jim Gordon is not something I'm interested in, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know. It really seemed like this was the series finale, and maybe they should just call it.
Well, it wasn't even renewed till like a week or two before the finale. So
yes, it was already edited and put in the can. And so they probably just didn't think it was going to be renewed either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's what happened. Like they were so unsure, they just kind of threw everything at the wall, and they're like, "All right, if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go out and with a bang."
Yep.
But there was one other superhero that kind of came out in the last week, and that would be Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
That was the best. The best Wonder Woman song is that one from the show. It's so funky.
Yes.
Yeah. So
It had soul.
Yeah.
it had soul, but the new one does not have Linda Carter. It has Gal Gadot.
What?
We've traded Linda Carter for Gal Gadot.
So, hold on. If you were waiting in line to buy
Oh my
tickets
God, shush.
for Wonder Woman,
No.
would it be fair to say that essentially you were waiting for Godot?
I hate you.
All right, well, I'm canceling the show. That's it. We're ending it on
Good night,
that awful
everybody.
joke. We're never making another episode after that.
Oh my God. That's not even a 1 on a scale of 1 to 10.
We were all waiting for Godot as Wonder Woman, and she did fine. She delivered.
We're no longer Stugots strong on this show.
I don't think so.
Oh,
No wonder she didn't show up.
Wall would be. Well, she's probably sleeping. I think she's on the west side
Oh, is she?
of the. I think so.
Oh, too bad, because you have no support after that joke.
No. That was a stinker.
So that was brilliant.
So we all have had a chance to watch the movie now.
That's
on the
true.
show. Shelle, what'd you think of it?
Honestly, I liked the action sequences. I thought they were great. The bits in between, I thought were a little low and dull, to use a catchphrase you started last week.
You just said they were just Sean.
They were. I just felt like
No, that was her who was low and dull last week. Wait! Don't be pushing her audio issues on me.
I feel like, honestly, I liked origin stories. I know you guys are sick of origin stories, but I like them.
Yeah, but no, her origin story is fine because it hasn't been told 1,000 fucking times like Superman and Batman.
Right.
And it's not the same as everybody else.
I feel like I loved the action sequences. I loved seeing all those women kicking ass. I loved the jumping on the shield and and the bows and the arrows. And then there was these parts that were kind of like getting us to the next action sequence. And I found them to be, I don't know if it was the dialogue, the way it was shot. I don't know what it was, but I found those parts to be a drag down. And I was just really waiting for the next action sequence.
Yeah, I didn't think it was quite that bad, but yeah.
I mean, I didn't say it was bad, but it wasn't.
But yeah, I know. I'm not saying you said it was bad, but there's a definite lull in the action, but they needed to establish her in the real world.
It could have been done better. I think dialogue or something could have punched that up a little bit. I think she's lovely, a lovely young lady, but I just that the in between parts.
Is it because of the dreary palette that they used for London? I mean, did that bring you down?
It's hideous. No, I mean I thought
I never want to go to London based on that movie.
Well,
it's pretty.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, I like that they used 3 different palettes for the movie. Like modern was in the middle. Themyscira was very bright and shiny, and then London and the real world at World War I was a bit dulled and murky. And I thought that worked, as opposed to like Man of Steel, where the whole thing was murky, and it's just like, that's not Superman. At least with Wonder Woman, it worked because it was the different worlds.
Yeah, I wasn't quite understanding what people were complaining about as far as feminism, or I felt like.
Oh my God,
people weren't complaining about that. That was
yes, they were.
Yeah, I think they were.
Were they? I saw coverage more than I saw actual outrage.
Oh
Everybody
my God!
I saw seemed to love it.
It was ridiculous. There was no basis for it at all. And I always try to be a little bit of devil advocate. Like, I'll try to see where people are coming from. The biggest thing is, well, she's just woman saving people. She's Wonder Woman. That's what the fuck she does.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it was a whole feminist agenda being pushed. Really? At no point did she belittle any men. It showed the basic differences between men and women. Men will turn their emotions off to the horrors that they fucking see and just keep pushing forward to get to a goal. Where she turned around and again, it's more of a woman thing, looked around, was like, holy shit, this sucks. I need to do something right here, right now.
Right. These people need to eat.
There. I need to fix this here and start fixing it as I go forward. Not go around the problem and then fix it somewhere else. I'm going to start right here. I thought it was a very woman thing to do.
I agree. And I don't see, personality things aside, I don't see the difference between Wonder Woman with Steve Trevor as a sidekick and flip it, you have Captain America with Peggy Carter as a sidekick.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't see it. It's just, okay, so they different genders, who cares? And it tells a different story that way.
I thought it was done really well. The other complaint that people have is that Gal Gadot was a soldier in the Israeli army, and she has confirmed kills.
That's what happens when you're in the army.
So what she does?
That was her job, and she's probably good at it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Israel is surrounded by people who hate them and everything they stand for, and are constantly trying to bomb the shit out of them. So yeah, I bet she does have kills. I bet if you go into the Israeli army, you have kills, regardless of who you are.
And as an Israeli citizen, you must conscript with the army for 2 years. So,
and let me tell you, I have never seen any woman in the Israeli army that did not look absolutely gorgeous.
That's true too.
Man, oh man, it makes me want to marry a Jewish woman.
It's Israelis though. There's something about those Israeli chicks. They're stunning.
Oof. That's all I could say. Oof, Frashita Raming.
She was really ridiculously pretty. It was.
She captured the innocence that the character should have had at that point in her life, and it all just worked for me.
Yeah, I liked.
Except for two things. There were two things. One, they never explained why Steve Trevor is an American working for
MI6. British intelligence. Yeah,
MI5. And they never explained it. Is he not American? Is he English? Because if he was, or British? Because if he was, he didn't have a fucking accent. So it's like it's either a plot hole, or hey, I can't do the accent, so I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
They do say something about it. They say he's embedded with MI6 or something. Like he doesn't say I'm an American and I do this, but he says I'm blah 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 and I'm, on a mission with MI6. Like he's working with them, but
it could have been explained a little better.
A little better, I think.
I was reading online, and because I also heard about her outfit not looking very American, which kind of was a disappointment to me. No stars, no eagle, whatever. But I was reading online, and these movies make so much money in the foreign market that they take out a lot of that stuff, so it appeals to a wider audience.
The movie studio is all about making money.
Yeah.
Well, even Man of Steel, when he say truth, justice, and that other stuff.
So not the American way.
Yeah, no, the American way, because they want that couple $100 million in box office from the rest of the world.
Yeah, and sometimes it's even they make more foreign than they do domestic.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at the
Baywatch. Baywatch will make more abroad than in America. And, in America it was a bomb, but in the rest of the world it's a blockbuster. And so they have to try to appeal. And I know people are pissed about that, but it's like it has nothing to do with being anti-American. It's
Right.
They are a corporation trying to make money, as much money on an investment as possible.
It's pro-capitalism, not
Yeah,
anti-American.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, America is the land of capitalism, so.
And there's nothing American about Wonder Woman. Like, she's Themyscirian and then comes to man's world. So she doesn't need to be, red, white, and blue United States. But
yeah, but the cartoons and the 77 series or whatever.
Yeah, because that's what
we see.
But that played, that was their market for the stuff. So that's what they built it up to. It was, hey, how can we make this more appealing? Well, we'll put the American flag on it.
Yeah, but Stugots, I hate to inform you, Baywatch did even worse foreign than it did domestic.
Really?
So Lifetime,
I thought that it was doing much better overseas, especially the way that Rock's promoting it as hard as possible.
51 million domestic, 35 million foreign. So
wow, what a disappointment.
But alternatively, The Mummy opened this weekend, and if I can bring that up quick, it made 32 million domestic, 141 million foreign.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Alien, the new Alien is like that as well. Ghost in the Shell. These are all movies that are making a big profit because of the foreign market and may even get a sequel just because of the foreign market.
Oh, it's definitely happened before.
It's amazing.
So, yeah. So, I mean, they have to pay attention to the foreign markets now.
Yeah.
But, and especially like the big dumb action movies do even better there.
Yeah.
Because they don't care if they can't understand what they're saying. It's big and explosive.
Explosives, gunshots. I mean, even that XXX movie, the newest one, was it The Return of Xander Cage or whatever?
Yeah, that would be it.
That movie seemed like a Chinese movie. I mean, as I was watching it, and it was a Chinese movie. It was, the first two production companies involved are Chinese.
And it did only 45 million in the U.S., but 301 worldwide.
Holy shit!
I mean, when you start watching these movies, especially since I love to watch these Chinese movies and action movies, they start to feel really weirdly not regular, and you're just like, why is this? And then you're like, oh, it's a Chinese movie, and if regardless of who's acting in it and who you got to direct.
Yeah, but
it just put together like the coloring they do, the freeze frames. It just feels really Chinese. And as I was watching that, I was just like, "Oh, this is a Chinese movie." And so then I start watching it completely differently, which is probably not right. But
the movie had Donnie Yen and Tony Jaa, two of the greatest martial artists of all time. So
I mean, if you watch it, you'll see what I mean. Just like the color that they add.
Yeah.
And, it just doesn't seem like a regular American movie.
Yeah, I'll watch that when it's on cable. I can't see myself paying for a XXX movie. Yeah, exactly.
I know for a fact you've paid for a XXX movie at some point.
Different kind of XXX. Not one starring Vin Diesel. Yeah, I mean, this one. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say the other thing I didn't like about Wonder Woman was that there was no bonus scene at the end. No end credits.
Yeah, DC said they're not doing them at all because they want to differentiate from Marvel.
Yeah, that's
no one will watch your credits, and that's where that gets you.
Yeah.
No one will pay attention.
To me, it seems like a lost opportunity for, hey, we know these movies are struggling. Let's throw these people bones where we can and give a bonus scene. That's really cool because Lord knows the next movie is gonna suck dick. So
well, but Guardians of the Galaxy 2 had 5 bonus scenes.
I know, and I thought those were fucking awesome.
They were fun.
They were a lot of fun.
They were fun. They were different, and you don't have to do 5. Obviously, 1. Maybe you just show Aquaman looking up to the heavens on his throne, saying, "What the fuck are they doing up there now?" I gotta go. I gotta go up there. I gotta go up there.
Where's my trident?
Give me my trident, motherfucker. I'm with the seahorse. Somebody Uber me a seahorse around here. I don't see what these motherfuckers are doing up there. Jen! Where's my motherfucking seahorse? I I gotta go show these motherfuckers what they're doing up there. Woman, where's my trident?
What?
His trident still has this bad motherfucker on it.
Yeah. That's how you know it's mine. Jen's not even here.
Yeah, we figured. Because usually she yells back at you, like, shut the fuck up.
No, she usually yells back and comes running. What's wrong? What can I do for you?
That's true. That's
Nothing.
true.
Nothing.
It was one other little issue for me. Like, the villain, the finale just didn't land right. Like, because there's no build up to the confrontation between Wonder Woman and Ares.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know each other. Like, so, like, there isn't the emotional connection.
Yeah.
Like you see in most movies where they clash earlier in the movie to build up to it so that there is, that resonance in the final battle.
Like in the Wonder Woman cartoon movie, they showed the Wonder Woman's mother defeating him. So it's like you got that, oh, wow, this dude's a bad motherfucker because it took her mom to take him down. And it's very important that he doesn't get the opportunity to rise to power again.
Exactly. So there's the emotional resonance as opposed to he's going to hide the whole movie and we're going to have, that other German dude look like he's the villain the whole time until the last possible minute. And it's just like, well, but then the audience doesn't connect and it doesn't mean as much when, we beat the Germans and the aliens and whatever because they're just kind
it's
of
supposed
there.
to be a boss fight, and it wasn't. It wasn't a boss fight. And I feel like in the beginning of the movie, they said, oh, we can't tell her too much because then somehow he'll know it's her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like they should have told her everything so he knew it was her.
Like have it his original origin be when she was a child so that there is the connection. So she knows he's bad instead of just stories about he's bad. So that even he didn't know who she was. It was just like, well, oh, you've come to kill me? Well, I can't really let you do that. He doesn't really care about her. He just cares that she's trying to stop him more than anything.
I mean, in the cartoon, isn't he in like some sort of cell?
Yeah.
And I think they should have just done that. Had him in some sort of cell. She goes and explores and somehow finds him. And they have a 30-second confrontation, and that would have been enough to make him a formidable bad guy that she's oh, I really have to get there, or she sees him kill somebody or something.
Yeah.
Something. But at the end, it was kind of.
He's a badass, except for the stories.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to see that he puts on the armor and everything, but okay, he has powers.
Oh. Easter eggs in the movie. I noticed that you saw the German dude. He was inhaling something that made him super strong. Is that their introduction to Venom?
What Venom was like pumped into the guy as opposed to inhaled in the comic,
right? So it could just be a different form of it.
Well, that's if we ever see Bane in these movies, because I don't think it takes the entire Justice League to take on Bane.
No, but it could easily spill over to a Batman film.
True, except they're saying Deathstroke's the villain for the Batman film.
I'd love to see Deathstroke, my favorite.
That would be cool.
Batman villain. It's never been done in a movie.
It's true. It hasn't. So, and it would make Batman a little more grounded because he wouldn't be fighting these big, lofty villains.
Yeah.
He'd be fighting the assassin. So, we'll see what happens.
I give it a 7.5. That's what I give Wonder Woman.
Oh, I gave it 2 claps.
2 claps out of how many?
Out of 2.5.
Hey, at least it wasn't Man of Steel.
No.
But it wasn't blind item.
Blind.
Oh snap! It wasn't
Like what Shelle's about to give us.
I'm about to give you the blind
about
item.
to drop those knowledges on us.
Dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill.
Now, as I mentioned before,
Oh,
I may
yeah.
have to stop sharing blind items in our group
Private conversations.
conversations on
Oh.
Twitter because I forget which I've shared and which I haven't.
Okay.
And so I may or may not have shared. But then again, you guys probably do forget for the
It's
most
okay.
part.
It was Kevin James. We all know.
Yes.
It was.
They're all
So
Kevin
funny.
James.
All right. Are you ready for this?
Y'all ready for this?
You ready?
All right. Rock me.
All right.
Rock me, Amadeus.
Is there anyone in the chat?
Amadeus. No.
All right.
But if people chime in.
I guess she is a B-plus list actress. Most of you know who she is. Weekly tabloid readers, not so much. Anyway, she works fairly steadily, but most of us know her for her other income opportunities. Apparently, those are very lucrative as she seeks out a new long-term income source. She's filming a movie out of the country, but made it part of her deal that she only works Tuesday through Thursday, and they have to pay her to fly back and forth to LA every weekend. Now, when I say she has other income opportunities, she is a beard.
Oh.
She had just been a beard for a sports person.
Sports guys.
Recently broke up.
And she's a level what?
They're calling her B plus. I think that's generous.
B plus TV, you said?
She should be a movie.
A B plus movie?
She is in both. She is in both.
Oh.
She's also currently in a Proactive commercial. Proactive commercial.
Shit.
She was first seen on the channel G4.
Olivia Munn.
That's right. She was bearding for Aaron Rodgers, and something went wrong with their deal. And so now she's looking for another person to beard for.
Tom Cruise is currently auditioning wives. So
he only auditions Scientologists or people who are willing to become Scientologists.
Yes, they have to be church approved.
You can't limit your dating pool. Jeez.
Oh, he has to. Otherwise, well, I mean, you've seen the Leah Remini show. It's a whole crazy thing.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you should.
No, I won't.
Right. Oh, well, screw you then. All right.
All right. On that note, I think we can do another one.
This A- list dual threat actress who is
she sings and dances, or is that she on TV and movies?
This is TV and movies.
Okay.
This A- list dual threat actress who is an Academy Award winner nominee and is from a large acting family makes her boyfriend meditate for 30 minutes before they have sex.
That helps with the
every
erection.
single time.
Yes.
Until he does, there is no sex. At the same time, she does some kind of
I would just jerk off on her pillow.
Burning. That's fun.
And just be like, here's your fucking meditation.
A- list dual threat actress.
From a
famous acting
family. A famous acting family. Her sister had a song written about her.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Her sister's Mandy.
We first saw this young lady. First time I saw this young lady was in a Freddy Krueger film.
Heather Langenkamp.
No, one of the golds. Was it one of the golds in Freddy Krueger movie?
I believe it's the third Freddy Krueger movie.
Dream Warriors?
Yes.
Oh, it was
the chick from Just the 10 of Us, wasn't it?
That's Heather Langenkamp.
She had a popular show on NBC where she played a medium.
Oh,
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yes. I was thinking.
You guys are the worst. The show
Well,
is
she's not
called
from-
Medium.
Oh no! It's one of her. What's her name? Arquette.
Yes!
Rosanna Arquette.
Oh yes.
Patricia Arquette.
Oh,
Rosanna had
that's right. Rosanna's the
song
older one.
written for her.
And which one's the tranny?
Alexis has passed away, unfortunately.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, late
Yes.
last year.
Godspeed.
Godspeed. America's Rose, Alexis
Yes.
Arquette.
All right, you got a third and final one for us?
I have a third and final one. There is always some excuse for this former A-list actor in television and later movies who has dropped down to a punchline. The excuses are numerous, but he loves drugs more than anything else, and it shows.
Tom Arnold.
To him, his most recent project was just a quick way to buy a lot of drugs.
Well, they all are.
Late night Saturday Night Live alum.
Chevy
Kevin James
Chase.
was never on it.
No. Judah Freelander.
Mango.
Oh,
Chris
Chris
Kattan.
Kattan.
Chris Kattan.
Oh my God, I hate that fucking guy.
Yeah,
I
nobody
think he was
actually
on
liked
Dancing
it.
with the Stars and got kicked off the first week. And I think he just did it for the paycheck.
No talent, hanger-on motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah. Very few really things where you're like, oh, he's hysterical. Actually, I don't.
Wait, back up. Very few? Name one.
Wait, few what?
Things where you
The
thought it was hysterical.
mango thing with
J-Lo.
The one with the rock.
not J-Lo, the one with country singer. I've got friends in low places where the whiskey is. No?
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks, yes. That one was hysterical, but I think Garth Brooks is hysterical.
No, the one with the rock was the best one.
Was it?
Where he played his father. So it's the Rock doing the Mango character.
See, there you go. Mango can be funny.
No, it was funny because it was the Rock doing.
No, the Rock was
The
funny.
Rock. Saturday Night Live is why the Rock has a movie career now.
Yes.
Is that true, you think? Yeah.
No, it's true. Because somebody else was hosting, and they had 3 other wrestlers come on, including The Rock, and he stole the show.
Oh,
then,
it was Mick Foley, Triple H, and Big Show.
Okay, so then was Rock hosting, or
Rock was hosting. That was his first.
Okay.
That was his first
that's
time.
what it was? Okay, you're right.
I
I got
WrestleMania 2000.
Yes. For some reason, I was thinking he was one of the extras instead of the main guy. Okay, but that Saturday Night Live appearance is what made like his acting career.
Yeah.
Because people finally saw him as a comedic actor. They saw he could act. And
Well, if you go and you watch his promos from that time, they were fucking hilarious.
oh yeah,
The one where he like rips on everyone in the corporation and he looks at Kane, whose character was that he wasn't slow, but he was like he was a monster type character. And he's like, and Brock just looks at him and goes, and look at this one. You put his brain in a pigeon and zip backwards. And it was just so quick. And it was like, holy crap, that was an awesome fucking line. I've used it.
That's a great line. I forgot about that one. But this is the first time the mainstream got to see The Rock.
Yes.
And that's why it launched him. Because until then, it was just like, oh, he's a big dumb wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's handsome and he's fucking likable as hell.
Oh yeah.
He's a good person. He's good to his fans. No matter who is shooting or putting the footage out of him talking to fans, it's always like, oh shit, no wait, I'm gonna stop whatever I'm doing and talk to my fans. There was something in Germany. He was actually being snuck out like through a parking garage, this way he can get to wherever he needed to go. And a couple of fans snuck into the parking garage. And as he was getting into the car and the bodyguards were pushing him away, he just like looked out of the corner of his eye. He's like, oh wait, what's happening? And I was like, oh no, it's all right, Rock. They're not supposed to be down here. And the two kids, I say kids, they're like 20-something years old. Yeah, Rock, we love you. We just want a picture real quick. He gets out of the car, tells the security, he's like, no, it's cool. Stays and talks to these people for like 10 minutes. The girl's crying, hysterical, and he's like, stop crying. He's like, he goes to hug her. He's like, please don't get mascara, running mascara on my shirt. I gotta wear the shirt like right now for something. And so she like covers her eyes and hugs it. It's like, who the hell does that? What, people camp out on the road that he drives going out of like Miami to his gym, and just to see him drive by, and he stops and talks to people. He'll stop as long as no one bothers him while he's working out. But as he's coming out of the gym, he will get out of his car and start talking to fans. It's no one does for their fans what he does for them.
Good.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to the end of blind items for this week.
Oh.
I know, but don't worry because you can always make a hot pick.
Oh,
Hot picks.
I want to go first. I got a good hot pick.
Oh,
okay.
Stugots is demanding to go first.
Yes.
Stugots, what's your hot pick?
Batman and Bill.
Wait a second.
What is Batman and Bill?
It's his documentary done by this very good filmmaker and author, and he makes a documentary about his quit.
First of all, it was my
speak.
hot pick last week, and I think you need to give me some credit and say I watched this because it was Shelle's hot pick.
Someone told me about this.
I hate everyone.
I don't remember where I came across this.
I do.
But if I wish I could remember. So I'd love to tell the person thank you. This filmmaker unearths this cover-up of who really created Batman.
Oh, really?
And Bob Kane, who stole all the credit and millions of dollars on creating Batman, was actually created by Bill Finger.
What?
Yes. And this dude goes on a quest to find someone. Apparently, you can only change the copyright stuff if there's an heir. It can't just be done on principle. So he goes on a quest to find an heir, and he finds the dude's granddaughter, which she never knew him. The dude died a pauper in 1973 in his apartment alone. And meanwhile, at the same time, Bob Kane is still going on to make even more money from the Batman franchise. This dude's granddaughter, I forgot her name. I looked her up on Facebook, and she is definitely doing very well for herself. I don't know what the buyout was. Athena, yes. I don't know what the buyout was for her, but I'm sure it was something a good amount of money, and good for her. She should have gotten it because her poor grandfather was robbed of his creation. He didn't just say, Batman should have a utility belt. He designed everything. He didn't just name Gotham City. He designed Gotham City. He is the creator of Batman. The show Gotham this year, he's listed in the credits. And also for Batman vs. Superman, he was listed in the credits as the co-creator of Batman, along with Bob Kane. So thank you, Shelle, for turning me on to that documentary.
It's amazing, right?
It really, really was.
Yeah, I haven't had time to watch it yet, but I plan to.
John, you should really watch it. You will enjoy it, without a doubt.
Yeah, I just haven't had much TV time in the last week, unfortunately.
And in the documentary, there's like these little animated scenes that just lend to it.
It's gorgeous. It's well done.
Very well done. Kudos to that gentleman for that movie.
Mark Nobleman is the guy that went on the quest.
He tweeted me. We're friends now. We're going out for lunch next week.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, honestly, as I was watching it, I was like, he has, you know what I mean? He has no horse in the race. He's going to get nothing out of it other than the satisfaction.
Well, he got something out of it. He got a book that was selling and a documentary made. But
he didn't. Sure. I don't believe he made the documentary. His name wasn't in the producer.
Really?
He's just in the documentary. But I felt like that guy was. He's got a level of character that I think more people need to have. He was.
I mean, his whole family knew about this. Like his daughter knew about it. And at the time, she, it starts out, I don't know, what's she, like 7 or 8, and then all of a sudden she's like 13 when they find out that this was, being changed, and she was like, "Oh my God, Daddy, you did it."
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And they ask her what Daddy's job is, and she says Bill Finger.
Yeah. Bill Finger's his job. That's his job.
And that last scene with him watching and finally getting to see the credits.
See the credit, yeah, that was cool.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah,
it's just what a journey that guy went on.
Very well done. I can only imagine that the book is equally as well done.
Yeah, definitely the best documentary I've seen in a long time. I would give that a 10 out of 10 as far as documentaries go.
Yes, that is that's 2 claps.
Out of
2.5.
Oh,
Out of 2.5.
And what about you, Shelle? What do you got for us this week?
Well, actually, this week my hot pick is Ghost in the Shell. I know it didn't do well here, but I feel like if you watch it and think to yourself, okay, this is an Asian movie. This is not an American movie. It's got that same ethereal feel that I got from Aeon Flux and Ultraviolet. 2 movies I also really enjoyed. Though I know a lot of people didn't. It just doesn't feel like a regular movie, and it's I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it, and I guess the foreign market enjoyed it as well. But if you watch it with not expectations of it being an American film, I think you get more out of it.
But it is an American film. It was just a remake of a Japanese cartoon from 20 years ago.
It's an Asian movie. It's financed by Asian people. It is not an American film.
No, it's an American studio. It's an American director. But okay, so cool. I haven't seen it yet.
That's a Chinese company.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, although wouldn't it be a Japanese company that financed it, since it's a Japanese property?
You can have many different people putting their hands in the pie, John.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
like an American, for example.
There are Chinese people involved in the movie.
Are they Chinese Americans?
No, it's a Chinese company that is involved. I believe it's the same company that's involved in the Triple X movie.
It's just dirty then. I don't know if you want to really have that kind of thing where children could see it.
I don't want to see a movie that pornographers are going to profit from. I have principles.
Yeah, very few, but he has some.
Yeah, some, yes. One is.
Yeah, you know what? One of my favorite principles you have is, hey, did you ever see what Godzilla's tail looks like? That's so principled. Amazing. And then the follow-up is, why don't you come to my car in the parking lot and I'll show you? So, yes, principles.
Stugots, I have no idea what she's talking about. Do you?
Are strong.
No, I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
So odd.
Print out a little bit of our DMs for the
I
web.
have no idea what she's thinking.
You're so proud of yourself with that one. And then the follow-up was, and it worked.
Of course,
Well,
yes.
There you go. Of course, yes.
Why wouldn't it?
It becomes like there are two ways to make things work when it comes to, like, when you're serial dating and you don't care. It's you say you either have a gigantic penis or you say you have a really small penis, and there's that natural curiosity just takes over, and that's the thing.
I see. And what did you do when you went on these escapades of yours? Did you use one more than the other, or did you just mix it up?
Oh, no, I went with the truth. Gigantic.
Oh, I see. The Godzilla tail?
Yes.
Well, right. Did you ever see the movie Everybody Wants Some?
No.
It's sort of the semi-sequel to Dazed and Confused, but one of the guys, his pickup line is, "Yeah, I have a very average penis."
Yeah. Did it work for him?
Apparently so.
See? It's like, oh, I got to see an average one. I don't know what an average one looks like.
Yeah. And the movie itself is worth seeing as well, but, you know, some Linklater fun there.
Nice.
So, my hot pick for this week is Orphan Black. Oh, yeah, we are doing hot picks. And I'm picking Orphan Black.
Now, what exactly is this? Because I always hear people talking about it, and I don't know what the hell it is.
All right. Well, it's a sci-fi TV show on the BBC America, entering its final season this week. And the story opens in the first episode where a woman is returning to London, I believe it, returning home, I should say, and steps out onto a train platform and sees a woman who looks exactly like herself, who steps in front of a train.
Whoa.
She picks up the woman's purse, and it kind of goes from there. Turns out she's a clone, and there's this big conspiratorial thing going on, and lots of sci-fi cool stuff. Matt Frewer from Matt's Headroom appears for one season, and it's all about these girls trying to figure out who they are, the science people who are behind it all, and what they're going to do to them, and all that stuff. And ultimately, the story is just kind of getting big and overblown and needed to end. So now in season 5, it's their final whatever number of episodes, and then it's done. So it's actually really entertaining and cool sci-fi. And it's not like sci-fi laser guns, but like mostly real sci-fi where the science could be real.
Yes, more like accurate, like or more real sci-fi.
Yeah, exactly. But
gotcha.
With that fantasy element of like human clones and, weird military guys going after them. So not quite hard sci-fi, but, very entertaining. I recommend it. I dig it. On Saturdays at 10 after the Doctor Who's. So it's a perfect night of double feature of sci-fi. And on that note, I think we're all getting tired because we're filming really early in the morning for us. So we're gonna.
I think that we are very close to being cloned.
Us personally, or?
Well, not us in particular, but having clones.
I'm sure it's already happening somewhere.
Yeah.
Secretly.
Well, we already had Dolly the sheep, so why not?
Yeah.
I mean, that
Dolly
was
the llama?
many years ago.
Oh, exactly. That was, what, 86?
So to think that we haven't...
No, it wasn't 86, was it?
I thought it was late 80s.
I thought it was the 90s.
Was it?
I want to say 93.
I'm going to do a quick Google. I can't end the show without knowing this.
The second part
96.
of that project of Dolly the sheep was Dolly the llama.
Okay, I'll talk to you guys next Monday.
You're right. It was 96. I was off by a decade. But Dolly did live for 7 years.
He's just ignoring it. He's just not even acknowledging that you said something terrible.
I didn't hear anything terrible.
Oh, it was terrible. Awful.
Did you know Dolly the sheep was named after Dolly Parton?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder why they picked her.
Why wouldn't you? And Dolly did have 6 lambs.
Was their fleece as white as snow?
I don't know. I don't see pictures.
Oh.
I just see the list of names. Bonnie, twins Sally and Rosie, triplets Lucy, Darcy, and Cotton. So she went 1, 2, 3.
Mm.
Interesting.
And she died of lung disease and severe arthritis in 2000.
Fucking smoking, man. You got to stop this shit.
I know.
So did she not live a regular sheep life? Or did she die earlier than...
I don't know. How long do sheep normally live?
I don't know.
5 years.
Really? No, you're making that up.
Yes.
I can tell.
No, seriously, it's 5 years.
I still think you're making it up.
All right,
I can tell by your face.
Sheep normally live 10 to 12 years, according to the Google.
See?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's exactly what he said.
You're lying. Your mouth was giving it away. You couldn't say it without smiling a little bit. I was just like, oh, okay.
I cracked myself up before I could say it.
Yeah.
We know.
Because you know it's a lie. You're like, oh, I'm just going to go for this. 5 years.
Well, if you want more sheep facts or just to find more Geekodrome, check us out at geekodrome.co. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or wherever you find your fine podcasts. You can find us at Twitter at Geekodrome Pod, on Facebook at Geekodrome Podcast. I'm John. I can be found on Twitter at JustJohn. Shelle can be found at Just2Groovy on Twitter and Gab, and Shexter on MySpace with the other 3 people who use it still.
22!
23 this morning. We got a new one. So join us on MySpace at myspace.com/Geekodrome. Become our friend there.
Become our friend.
Yeah, you and Tom. Stugots is at Don Stugots on the Twitters, and he hosts the Eat Up on Monday nights. What are you going to be cooking up tonight, Stugots?
Tater tot grilled cheese sandwiches.
Say what?
Yes. Tater tot grilled cheese sandwiches.
That sounds amazing.
Some will have bacon. Some will have tomato. Some will just have some jalapenos.
Can you send me a bacon jalapeno one?
Sure, I can.
All right, I know what I'm having for dinner.
Yeah.
Also, Don Stugots has a new feature. Don Stugots yells at ...
Let me tell you, I have people who absolutely hate my cooking show. They hate Eat Out. They hate kitchen hacks. They hate day drinking. They loved the Don Stugots yells at Seth MacFarlane.
See?
And they want to see more. So there will be another one coming out this week. And if you would like to see it, you go over to youtube.com/Don Stugots, or at some point, someone who runs geekodrome.co will post it on that website for you.
It's on geekodrome.net right now.
Oh, it's on geekodrome.net. Geekodrome.net for all your Geekodrome updates.
All right. Music from Geekodrome has been by First House.
Yeah.
Thank you, First House.
So until next week, it's been too sweet.
I wish Gunmall was here today.
I know.
Well, that's because we're filming in the morning instead of at night. There was one person the whole time.